Hello, bookworms. Welcome to the Weekend Readers Book Club. Thank you for joining us. In this episode, we have read and are going to discuss the 2017 released young adult novel, One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus. Now, this story is somewhat... Somebody said this online, so I'm going to put it out there. It's like The Breakfast Club for the 2000s kids. Some of your old heads will get that reference. So, this story revolves around 5 high school children. All 5 of the high school students are in detention. One of them drops dead, and suspicion goes on the remaining 4 to figure out who killed the 5th student, because he died in suspicious ways. What follows is a 416-page story of basically who committed murder and why. And you see, everybody potentially has a motive, because the young student that passed away, he ran a blog. And the blog was popular amongst all the school kids, and this blog shared all the dirty secrets of his fellow peers in school. So everybody has a reason to get back at the guy that passed away. Here are my thoughts about One of Us is Lying from Karen McManus. I'm going to say off the bat, if you have read 13 Reasons Why, and you could connect to 13 Reasons Why because of the subject matter and the way in which it would potentially impact, say, your teenage children or, somebody, your niece, your nephew, your friends that are teenagers. If you were expecting that same emotion out of this book, that potentially I was looking for going into this, because I was like, okay, young adult, it's been picked up by Netflix, it's turned into a series, okay, excellent, it's going to potentially be somewhat on the same track of mind of 13 Reasons Why. Yeah, I was disappointed it wasn't. This story is batshit crazy, and I don't understand how this could potentially come about. Like, I get how it could come about, because in this story you've got gossip, you've got the cliques of the high school, jealousy, dealing with say homosexuality, dealing with different people in the sense of introverts and extroverts. So I get all that. But what I don't get is the premise of the story of murder. Somebody's done it. Oh no, it has to be one of the children. And the fun in which the children then endure in the story, be it from the school, their peers. We even go up to the stage where national TV is covering this and hounding them for interviews. It's completely batshit crazy. But in saying that, if this was to happen in real life, this would be something that's on the news that people would be tuning in to see. So, in essence, why I say it's batshit crazy, it's entertaining, but it's somewhat beyond disbelief, if that makes sense. While I enjoyed One of Us is Lying, like I enjoyed the story, there are twists and turns in relation to the 4 remaining students and their deep dark secrets on why they potentially would want to hurt the student that passed away. But over and above that, damn, this book is damn crazy. And, do you want to know another thing that I found out after finishing this book? There's a goddamn sequel to this book. I am unsure how batshit crazy the sequel will be if this book's batshit crazy. Because the premise of the sequel is, it's a year on and there's a copycat. And I'm like, what? Can't make this up. Oh, mate. This book was bonkers, but it was entertaining and it held my attention. But yeah, it went from being okay to full-blown out of realism, to be quite honest, for me. Now, with that being said, as I finish the book, it's time to find out whether or not this batshit crazy book called One of Us is Lying is going to go on my bookshelf. The answer is no, it's not. However, I want to read the sequel, but I don't. But I do, because I'm intrigued just how batshit crazy it can get. In addition to that, it's a Netflix series, so I'm like, damn, do I invest some time in watching a Netflix series? Because in the story, there were good points. The character development of the 4 high school students and what they were going through, that was real. I got their struggle. But everything else overarching the whole situation of the story, batshit crazy. But hey, that's just my opinion. Have a read of the book yourself and see if it is as crazy as what I have suggested it is. As I said, some people say it's the breakfast club for the 2000s kids. So hey, it is what it is. But unfortunately, One of Us is Lying. You have not made my bookshelf. So, as it customs here on the Weekend Readers, as one book closes, another book has to open. And it is now time to find out what the Weekend Readers' next read is. Bookworms, I can confirm, and I am excited for the next read. I confirm that the next read is Angel Falls by Kristen Hanna. Now, if that name rings a bell, Kristen Hanna, our first ever episode, the first ever book that I reviewed on the Weekend Readers Book Club was Summer Island by Kristen Hanna. So I am really excited to go back to Kristen Hanna and see what the story Angel Falls is all about. So that there is the next read, and I am looking forward to it. So Bookworms, that was our discussion today and review of One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus. A book that I did find intriguing, but also batshit crazy. But in saying that, it piqued my attention for all the wrong reasons to read the sequel. So maybe that may be something I do. But in saying that, if you're wanting to see what books we have coming up in relation to reading for the coming month, you can engage with us also. We are on Instagram, and our username is Weekend Readers Book Club. You can find all our podcasts available on YouTube and whenever you get your podcasts from, under the name The Weekend Readers. Until next time, thank you again for joining us. Bookworms, happy reading.